morning show where we sold a trend.
Going on social media, supporting the spread.
Hello and welcome back to the Amateur Shit Talkers podcast with a not a crowded couch today. I feel like it's been a while since we've had just the one person.
Yeah, been in and out of the CBD lately, and
too much. I'm glad to be back in the home studio.
I know it's pretty comfy.
Joining us today, we have the owner of the Pine Co. Jordan, how we doing, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks, boys. How are you?
Good.
So you're sitting next to me. Better now. You're sitting next to me.
So now, for the viewers, who are you and what do you do? Essentially, to start us off.
Yeah, okay. So my name's Jordan. I'm an architect. I do that full time. I'm working at a little local builder in Alpine.
Yep.
So I do that full time. Been doing that for about 3 years now. And I run Pine on the side. So.
And what's Pine?
So Pine is a clothing brand that I started in 2016. I was studying.
2016.
Yeah,
It's been going for a while then.
7 years now. I started when I was at uni. It was a little side project. I wanted to do graphic design when I was younger. And it just, I found more passion in architecture, and so I kind of wanted to do both, and that was my way of getting the graphic design in.
What were you studying?
Studying architecture, yeah. So I was doing that down in Geelong, along the coast there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty sick.
Yeah, it was good. Bit of a sea change.
Yeah, come from Alpine, it's quite
massive difference.
Yeah, and it all kind of ties in, doesn't it? Like architecture. Can't get me tongue right today. And yeah, like just designing clothes and that, like it's all pretty, like even I was going to do architecture once, but
you just got to have the design
just
brain.
To just doing fucking socials content, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, when I was doing architecture, like all the boys in our year were starting up clothing brands at the time. I don't know why, but there was about 7. So yeah, I kind of got on the bandwagon, but
are you the only one still going?
The only one still going, yeah. Yeah, most of them dropped out after a year. So,
yeah.
What's the like it's been going for quite a while. How much has it changed since 2016, since the initial idea?
Yeah, heaps has changed. So I guess it's constantly developing as I've developed as a person.
Yeah.
I mean, I started when I was 20 and now I'm 28, so...
Fuck, you don't look 28, you look like you're fucking fresh.
I did not pick 28.
Fresh out of fucking 18th.
I don't know, but so...
What did it start out to be? Like, what was the initial idea?
So, the initial idea at the time was that... Sorry, I fucking lost my train of thought. All the boys were doing, like, surf brands, because we're along the coast, so... near Bells Beach, Bowen Heads, Ocean Grove, stuff like that. So, being a sort of more rural guy, I wanted to get into, like, sort of Kathmandu kind of stuff, that sort of leisure wear. So that's sort of where the idea started, sort of just trying to be different from everyone else at the time.
Yeah.
And then, it's sort of grown into sort of more sports, athletics wear.
Like sort of stylish stuff.
It's more like that Melbourne streetwear.
A bit of streetwear, a bit of sort of. I'm pushing actually toward like Alpine snow kind of stuff.
I think you're hitting that.
I think that's where the brand is going to go, sort of down that road.
What garments are coming? Like what garments are in the making at the moment?
So so for summer, I've got a couple of tees, and I've got some shirts and button-ups, which are coming.
The button-ups are good.
So can't wait for them to come.
Yeah, and what do you think, like, made you, like, obviously you had a few boys kind of as competition, I guess. What do you think, like, made you keep going, and what made them stop? Like, you're obviously pursuing it today still.
So I think I'm pretty resilient as a person. I'm very persistent with things. I'm a bit of a perfectionist as well, and I think, like, honestly, in anything that you do, you got to have passion for it.
That's it. I
think if you got passion for it and you actually enjoy doing it, and it's not like a job or a chore, then you're gonna stick with it.
That's it.
What was the like in terms of work rate from 2016?
Yeah.
What was like Where were you putting like the
changes.
most work into like the brand? Like where did it take the most to keep it going?
Honestly, probably at the start.
You reckon?
Yeah, because it's so hard to start up. Like, I know now it's very, very saturated.
Yeah.
Back then, probably not as much, but definitely starting out, I was putting heaps of hours in. Yeah, like, I reckon my ex-girlfriend probably broke up with me because I was just putting that much time
Bullshit.
into it. It was bad.
Oh,
but,
you'd hope it was the right decision then, eh?
yeah.
Like, since we're talking about the start, where did the name come from?
To be honest, I don't really know. I think I was mind mapping some ideas and the actual theme around the brand, and that's where the name came from. Unfortunately, I couldn't get Pine as a sole name. Like, it was really hard to find that. And I'm trying to sort of get people away from the Pine company, but that's where the name came from.
Do people pronounce it as the Pine Cone?
Yeah, they
it's
do.
fucking sick. It's like, I read it as the Pine Cone, like the Pine Cone. I reckon it's fucking sick. Did it have any intention to be almost like a play on words with the Pine Cone?
To be honest, no, but like so many people like get fucking the Pine and Co. and like Pine Co. and Pine Company, and I don't really care, to be honest.
What actually, in your head, what is it?
Pine.
Just
yeah,
Pine.
Just Pine.
Just Pine standalone.
Yeah,
but
true.
legally you can't actually have Pine just yet, can you?
Well, I can't get the name on any social media, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
just too hard.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
To give that brand,
Sure, plenty of people have taken that one.
Yeah.
Where, like, in terms of turnaround from, so when you started it, say in 2016, was that your first release?
Yeah, so first release in 2016 was literally just some logos on a couple of ASTs.
Yep.
Yeah. And then from there, I sort of stopped a little bit because I was at uni. And then I jumped straight into Alibaba, which is a massive risk, but it definitely helped,
Yeah, that's it.
Was those initial t-shirts, what was the turnaround from, like, idea to actually having a t-shirt? Like, to start
I reckon
Pine Code for t-shirts sort of thing.
I reckon probably about 2 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I think
Yeah, it was.
yeah, like from other episodes, like most of our listeners probably know, but like us three tried making a clothing brand at one point, and like took us 2 months to fucking make like a logo to finalise on it. It's just
stupid.
I reckon it was a good idea, but we'll get back to it one time.
I reckon it's obviously easier when it's just the one person.
Yeah.
It's all on you. Like any decision is on you, but that's not really practical. But yeah.
Do you find like at the moment you'll have to expand because it's still just yourself, isn't it?
Yeah. So I definitely have to expand at this point because work's just too heavy. So I really am only doing it on the weekend and sort of a couple of hours after work.
Yeah.
Which gets still pretty difficult.
Does that mean it's just like you're just go? Like it's basically just all work at the moment?
Yeah.
Especially at the time we're filming this, you've got to drop next week?
Yeah, I got to drop next week on Thursday.
Those are these ones.
Yeah, that's it. The reversible fleece. So yeah, no.
How long does it take to design that one?
That's taken a while. So yeah, as my brands become a bit more like intricate, and I'm focusing more on the function of the garments more so now. So they take about 4 to 6 months now to
really
design. Yeah.
So you're doing all the design yourself.
Yeah.
Have you had any help along the way?
My partner, so she assists me, gives me that second opinion, and obviously family, friends, the Instagram,
Yeah, I reckon the Instagram, like, especially us with the podcast, like, they give us so many ideas. It's, like, such a help, social media these days.
Yeah, because you can actually use the community that you've built to better whatever you're
like, the people that you know are already engaged in your stuff, like, they know what they want to see, and, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm trying to get better and a bigger community involved with Pine. I think, like, early days, I didn't really have that massive community, but I think it's really important now.
Yeah, that's for sure. So,
also talking about how a lot of people, they had the idea of starting a clothing brand. So many people do it, but they never actually get there. What do you think is the biggest mistake people make in the early days? That sort of is almost like that roadblock.
I think, like, just getting into it because everyone else is, honestly. I mean, at this point in time, I reckon a lot of brands are starting up with the same ideas, same design, same sort of everything. I think you got to have that passion for it. But yeah, definitely something that I struggled with is not going straight into Alibaba unless you know what you're doing, because you can get some bad batches of clothes, which has happened to me before, and it's real.
What was the worst experience?
So I tried to do some hoodies one time, and I didn't know like the materials, so I just got like this terry towel hoodie that was real thin, and it was shocking. And because I didn't get samples, because I was too povo to afford a sample, it was like yellow instead of like a beige.
Yuck.
It was a shocker. I only ordered 50, but I managed to
That's still a few.
I managed to get rid of them all. Yeah.
Really?
Managed to sell them.
I
them
dyed them.
Oh, okay.
I was doing custom dye at the time, so
No, you would have to learn that one quickly, surely.
yeah, a bit of rip dye.
Yeah, so why'd you order 50 if it was like just like a trial kind of thing?
Well, yeah, I guess still learning, still understanding how it all works. Yeah,
I guess there was probably like a limit on it as well, wasn't there? Like,
there's a minimum. So that's, I think, another thing that a lot of people don't understand is that when you go into like Alibaba and bigger wholesalers and manufacturers, they tend to have like a minimum make of quantity. So about 50 you can find, and any lower than that is pretty average stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what I'm wearing right now is fucking mint stuff.
It's actually like the quality of it's fucking sick.
Yeah. I've never felt. Oh my god, it's just fucking nuts. But yeah.
Another thing to talk about that you guys are really the first to do are the hats. The one that you're wearing, the reversible caps.
Yeah. So I guess 7 years now for doing caps. I've made a few. I think close to 15 different caps now.
I've got one on my head at the moment.
Yeah, and I managed to source one from Grailed.
Yeah.
It was about Grailed. Have you heard of Grailed?
No.
Search it at grailed.com. They've got heaps of like old sort of mid-2000s pieces on there.
Oh, okay.
I went on there and I found a Nike cap that they made.
I think I saw that on his TikToks.
Yeah, and I purchased it. It was like $150 US.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What?
Sent it straight to the manufacturer and I said, let's go, let's get this going.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a few variations from the Nike one. It was like theirs was quite unstructured.
Yeah.
But I went for a structured beat because it just felt really cheap.
Yeah.
So I sort of done my own twist on it.
Yeah.
Does it fray much, like having to bend it back each time?
No, it's not too bad.
Give us a bit of a try.
Show this one. Maybe halfway through we'll make you reverse that one as well. So.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's fucking easy as piss.
Yeah.
Bang.
There you go.
Chuck it on.
That's actually sweet. It's not, true. It's like a proper beak.
Yeah, it's good.
How long did that take you to design? Surely that one's got to be a while.
Yeah, it was a couple of...
Because it's got to be... that's trial and error for sure on the material.
Yeah, so we made 3 samples, and each time the beat got stronger and stronger. So it started off the same as the Nike one, and I just thought, wow, this is absolutely shocking.
Yeah.
And then over time, I just said, let's go for something that we can reverse and flip and keep that structure.
Yeah.
So when was that? When did you have that idea? Like with the Nike thing? How long ago has that been?
I think May.
Oh, okay, so that's still pretty recently this year. That was
So I think I launched it in, when was it? July. Yeah. So about 3 or 4 months.
Yeah. And
So-
is that your best selling piece or?
Yeah.
So
This. Oh, actually no. The 3. So the reversible vest with the detachable sleeves.
Yeah. No, it's
That-
fucking off chops.
Yeah.
I've actually forgot about that.
That was probably like really what broke into this sort of streetwear market. I sold that out in I think 2 minutes. So it was
Bullshit.
2 minutes.
How many did you have selling?
we had over 250. So
Fuck.
we were sort of blown away with that.
That's
turnaround.
nuts.
I would be too.
That
But
would
like it's
be-
kind of like if you know what you're doing and you understand the market, like it's pretty expected. Like in such a time that like clothes are getting so unique in that like it you're expected to go.
Yeah, I think it's like, I mean, that's the whole fashion industry, isn't it? Just producing
100%,
things
yeah.
that are unique and that have like function.
Especially with Melbourne, like
Yeah,
things are getting funky.
shops.
Yeah, they are getting
Things are
funky.
getting funky, and clothes are having to follow it.
Yeah, exactly.
People aren't getting any more modern, I don't think. Like, people are going even further back in the past and just making everything look older.
Yeah, I mean, the era of the 1990s to the 2000s, sort of mid-2000s is probably the best era for fashion, I personally think.
Yeah,
It's
100%.
just,
I just hope the girls don't go back to that fucking haircut or they have the fringe all the way across
Yeah.
their fucking... Oh, hate that. Don't know how anyone fell in love that day, but...
You struck a nerve there with me.
Nah, I love everything
Watch out.
I love everything about 2000s and everything, like the R&B and everything, but
Yeah.
that hairstyle just...
shocker.
Yeah, it's off.
What do you think is, like, number one milestone? Like, if you had to pick one milestone throughout the whole brand.
Probably number one milestone, which I don't know, you boys probably weren't following at the time, but I did a collaboration of a cord cap with Richmond Footy Club. So,
I did see that one.
yeah, so it was just after they won their flag, and a few of the boys on the footy team following Pine, and I've become sort of pretty close with those guys, and yeah, I messaged them, congrats on the flag, and I said we should do like a footy collab, but something that sort of it doesn't actually resemble the club, but it's sort of it's like merch, but not really merch. Something that the boys could wear themselves, and I think a lot of them still wear it today, which is good.
That's fucking sick. Didn't you do... You did more than just Richmond as well, though.
Yeah, I did a Pies cap after that. So
How long has that been?
that's I think it was early last year now.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you're going to have something going again after supposedly the Pies winning this flag?
Oh
Yeah.
This is gonna be out well after the flag, so I'm a big Pies fan.
Yeah,
Pies.
definitely have a few ideas up my sleeve. Yeah,
You a Pie? Are you
I am a Pies man.
fucking good?
Yeah, it's good.
So how'd you end up with Richmond? Just because they're...
Just because I knew a few of them,
okay.
through Pine, and got to know a few of the boys, and in particular Pat Naish. I was sending him a fair bit of stuff, and just got talking and got one going. Yeah.
Who was your contact through the Pies?
Geez, I can't remember now. Actually, I think it was Brody Mychek.
Oh, Checkers.
Checkers, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you know any of them, like, beforehand?
Nah, didn't know any of it, which is like, it blows my mind, because there's like so many people out there that just think, oh, these boys like famous and all this kind of stuff, but they're just like us, like they're just
it's
regular boys.
That's something that I've learned so much over doing the podcast, like the last few months, is that everyone's just a person. Everyone's just a person. Like, we've been in contact with quite a few people and got some cool things coming up, but everyone's just human.
Yeah. And I think people forget that. And
Yeah.
like, I see like footy players on the media, and I'm just like, they're just normal blokes. Like, a lot of them are under the age, like actually younger than me, and they're coping with so much shit and so much scrutiny. And I'm like, it's just,
Bro, how the fuck does Jack Ginman go down the street?
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
He cops it a lot more than anyone else. Like,
He does, yeah.
Poor bloke. He deserves so much better, I reckon.
that's coming from a North supporter.
Look, I do love Collingwood. Like, it's a great team, but yeah, like, let's slide away from footy because it's a soft topic for me. But like, I think like even Matt and I have learnt like through all our networking so far, like we know a few people that have appeared on the big screen now, and yeah, it's just nuts to see him on the screen and just sing stuff.
Everyone's human.
Yeah.
Everyone. And I don't think people, like, in any sort of, like, anywhere around the world, if people, you see someone on your phone and you're just like, oh yeah, that's all they really are. Everyone's got their own life. Do you know how nuts that is? Have you ever just, like, stood around, like, in a busy place and be like, fuck, everyone's got their own story?
I don't know where I've heard this. I think my partner spoke to me about it, and she was like, you know what? Kim K and Kendall Jenner, they're just like us. They're still taking shits and scrolling through Instagram and TikTok.
That's fucked. That's fucked.
Like, as wealthy as they are, they're still taking a shit on the toilet and watching TikTok.
Probably just like just with like someone standing there pulling out the toilet paper for him, but it's the same kind of.
Do you reckon there's anyone in this world that, like, could easily wipe their own ass but pay someone else to?
Fuck no.
Maybe
I don't think anyone has that fetish.
That's not even a fetish thing. It's just like, nah, I can't even be fucked while I'm
Nah, it's a fetish.
There's got to be some like bloke in Dubai with like X amount of money. It's just like, yeah, no, I'm not wiping my ass.
Yeah, like it's the same thing as like you might as well fucking buy a dog to lick your ass. Just cutting away from the episode real quick, we just thought we should remind you guys about our socials.
You can find us as Amateur Shit Talkers on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, and YouTube.
And if you'd like to find them all in one place, hit the link tree in our Insta bio.
Thanks, Ben and Matt, for that awesome socials cut. Oh, we've just figured out off of air, we've got another human supporter here.
Yeah.
That's
For fucking gorillas versus fucking 50 people.
yeah. That's
Seriously.
just. I just had to let you guys know that humans are going through.
That's
just
it.
because to the statistics say gorilla.
Nah, no chance. You guys are like the aliens that they pulled out of
Alright,
Mexico.
shut up, man. I don't even want to talk about this. So, the clothing brand.
Yeah.
What is your biggest goal for the future?
So next,
It's a big question.
it
like,
is a big question, but I have thought about it. So next year, I want to try and do a drop every month.
Fuck.
Yeah. So
that's-
at the moment, pretty slow on drops, but I'll be moving into my house next year, so it'll make it easier. Sort of trying to.
You design it?
I actually have decided it.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is it Mintaz or?
It's not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
So, like, what are those drops going to consist of? What's the brand going to look like?
So it'll sort of follow the theme of where I'm at now with my current pieces. And obviously we'll go with the seasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to keep sort of getting the inspiration from the early 2000s pieces and keep running with that. I think
And what's your favourite piece so far?
probably
I think
this.
Touch on that. Yeah.
Probably this one.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. I think this is like every piece that I do, I learn something new every time.
Yeah.
And with this one, I've recently just added the YKK hardware. So
Oh, yeah.
before that, I wasn't doing that.
Yeah.
And now I'm adding that, just sturdier hardware,
Yeah.
good zippers for my garments, and yeah, just learning how to make custom pieces. That's probably the biggest take.
Do you have something that, like, in mind that you know you want that'll take time? Do you want to release next year, sort of thing?
Oh,
Like a garment aspiration?
yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be really cool to get into like leather jackets.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to get into that, and I haven't released any pants ever.
Yeah,
like
true.
no shorts, no jeans, no nothing. And I the only reason why I do that is because I don't know how well pants and stuff sell. Like I'm just
Yeah.
not sure.
I feel like shorts could go pretty good.
I think like if you're to do that, like I think the best piece to go with these days is like the zippable pants.
Yeah,
like,
see.
everyone
those
fucking
cargo
loves it.
things,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've
Like,
seen-
I've got them sitting right there, but
Where'd you get them from?
I've got a
from the Fitzroy.
Oh, yeah.
markets.
Yeah.
I've got a Neo Vision pair that actually, like, they're good. They're cool.
Have you seen Mutimer?
No?
Yeah, they've done a few unzippable.
Oh, really?
So they've got really sick stuff actually.
Were you, like, the only person to do the unzippable sleeves? I haven't seen anyone else do the unzippable sleeves.
I was the first one. I mean, I don't know if I was the first one.
Yeah, yeah.
I claim that I was the first one because I didn't see it anywhere else. But I have seen a couple of brands
since
do it
do it.
recently.
Yeah, I've
I
seen
don't know
a
if
bunch,
few of them have done it, and they're claiming that they're the first. But
Oh, okay.
Everyone will be claiming
Yeah.
first, you know.
Do, how long did that one from idea? Like,
Yeah.
what was the idea? Like, I just fucked up that question completely. How long did it take you from sleeveless
Yep.
to actually getting the piece in? This is just
Okay.
for one thing. I think we covered like as a general thing, but that one's like
So
one of the best things.
yeah, so that I started in December last year, and then I launched it in May. Yeah, around May. So I tried to get it. My manufacturer's really good with samples. They turn around samples within like 2 to 3 weeks, which is huge.
bullshit.
Yeah,
That's
really
fast.
good. Yeah. So there was a few samples for that one. There was about 3 or 4. I just couldn't get the vest to the jacket working. Like every time they tried to do it, they would have the extra material for the sleeve, so they'd be like super long.
Yeah.
Or it would overhang over the shoulder too much,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't work as a vest.
Yeah, I think that's the thing about vests as well. Like, it has to be the perfect fit. around the
Exactly,
shoulder, otherwise,
yeah.
it just looks fucking stupid.
It would look awful. So it was a bit of trial and error, but yeah, got it in the end.
And how did you do with, like, obviously, like, modelling is a big part of having a clothing brand. Like,
Yeah.
how was it, like, kind of going into finding your first model? Was it just like, was that a mate, your first model or something? Or
Yeah, so most of my modelling to start has been mates. I've started to get actually a lot of my followers to start modelling, which I think's good. It just gives that community aspect to the brand. And I'm just trying to grow that modelling community just through my followers. But yeah.
Who's been your biggest inspiration for it? Or what?
Yeah, okay. So I actually, one of my biggest inspos is probably Alfred's apartment. Have you heard
Yes,
of that?
like, is it Alfred Aiden? Is it that person?
No,
Like,
no.
Not that person, that brand. There's a brand called Alfred Aiden.
Have you,
I feel like
have you heard of Ed
Ed
Hatcher? Have you heard of him? Okay. So they're up on they're up in Mermaid Beach.
Yeah.
You got to search them up. They're like real cool brand. I was following them when they had about like 10 or 15,000 followers, and now they're upwards of like 30 or 40, and he's taken the brand to like a whole new light. But you should check out the podcast. He's probably my biggest inspo. He does really good stuff, and he's consistent, and he was like in that sort of graphic design industry as well.
Okay.
So
Do you know him like personally?
I don't know him personally, but I just think his designs are clean.
Yeah, you come across them sort of people.
Yeah.
If you were to have your like items and that sold in the store, what store would it be?
Jeez. Yeah, that's
a
really
tough
good
question. I honestly have no idea.
You've spoken about like where you're following.
Yeah, I mean, I think like I've always wanted to produce clothes, so I didn't have to go and buy other clothes. That's like another reason why I started the clothing brand, because I thought everything else that I saw in shops were kind of trash to me. Like I didn't really want to buy it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I mean, I've seen Up Their store. That's a pretty cool store. They got really unique pieces, but I don't know. Like if I made it, maybe like glue or something.
Yeah,
like
that's what I was like. The only because like it's so unique, your stuff. Like I wouldn't know where to find it really if I went to a shop.
like I don't think I'd be able to put it next to like Stussy or something. Like
Nah, no way.
Like I've seen some stuff. I've seen some cool stuff in that like National Geographic.
Yeah, they're new.
National
Geographic.
To be honest, I actually do really rate Oakley. Like the old
Oakley.
The 2000s.
Maybe Osmosis.
Yeah, I honestly like.
Are they still around?
Yeah.
Osmosis?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they are.
I haven't seen one for years.
Pretty sure. I can't say why they.
Mate, I would always rock up there when I was like 12 and just buy a new like rusty tie-dye thing, and I was fucking living. I'm like, this is fashion.
Yeah. Do you know, like, this is going way back, but before surf, dive and ski, they're actually called jetty surf.
I remember Jetty. Was that the same brand?
Yeah, same brand. I was like, because there was a shop at our local plaza, and it was Jetty Surf, and it had like a surf bubbly like wall. It was sick.
I remember those things.
Yeah,
like where it looked like you're surfing sort of thing.
Yeah, and I was like, what? Like, where did that brand go? And I searched it, and it was now it's surf, dive and ski. So.
Oh well, that's probably the that's probably the story.
Yeah, I'll throw you under the surf, dive and ski. That's a weird fit. Unless it depends how Alpine you go.
Yeah, well, I reckon sort of fitting with the Oakley.
Yeah, okay.
I love that at the moment.
Fuck, I reckon for your next photo shoot, you should just like go to. Oh, it's shit time to say it, but like go to the snow and just fucking stand in a snowstorm. That's a good idea, I reckon. Take that.
You can't. The story's gone now.
I know, well, that's what I'm saying. It's
maybe
shit time
next
to
year.
stay next year.
Yeah.
Just don't drop this till next year.
Yeah.
Alright, okay, we'll drop this in fucking during the next year. You can go to
Yeah, sorry guys, Kev. They're gonna say it's over now.
What is your like go-to filming location? Like if it's like filming a TikTok or something like that.
Oh, it's just right outside my dad's factory. So
really?
he's got a factory, and that's where most of my stuff's stored at the moment. So I just take it there, but I don't know. I want to find a better location because I'm just in front of a roller door every time.
Yeah, you can just find it. You should paint the roller door.
There was a cool spot. I can't tell you where it was, but it was like it was kind of in the city or something, and it's like just this big.
City.
No, it's like this big like globe thing, like cement globe. I think Rennie was there. I think Rennie did a shoot there.
Cement globe.
Yeah.
Oh, photo shoots like photo shoots. Probably I went down to the recent one that I just did for this we just stumbled across it. I went down to Mount Martha.
Yeah.
I was originally wanting to do it at the Pillars. Have you heard of the Pillars where sort of everyone jumps off near Mount Martha?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I was going to do it down there, and then we just randomly found this location and did it down near the beach.
Oh, yeah.
But when you see the photos, they look like they're coming in the next week for the
Yeah.
shoot. They look clean.
Where are you going to go for your next thing, you reckon? Like, what's your...
I actually don't know because we're sort of pushing into summer. I really want to go to the Big Drift. I reckon that'd be a sick location.
Why have you heard of that? I thought...
Yeah.
It's
I've
near
heard
Wilson's
of it.
Prom. It's
Oh,
like
okay,
the sand dunes.
Yeah.
Sand dunes out there.
Oh, yeah.
And that's like the full, like, desert.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon that'd be a sick shoot to do, like a real weathered t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Is that a soft drop on something?
Maybe.
I reckon, like, I think a big way for, like, clothing brands to pop off these days is, like, just festival shit. Like, do you reckon, like, you'll have some stuff tailored for festivals coming up? Like, I mean, it's festival season pretty much. Like.
Yeah, I've had a few people slide into the DMs about the reversible cap. So
Yeah.
I do have another reversible cap on its way, which we
Another one.
yeah. So
Like separate colours. And
separate colours. Yeah. I listened to a lot of my followers. They've said that like that the cream side could get dirty. So we'll be taking that into consideration. But yeah. Hopefully dropping that one next month. Just in,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Oh,
sick.
it comes around pretty fast.
Ready for that festival season, that summer period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Pine,
Yeah.
like, what would you be doing with your time, you reckon? Where would it be? Because obviously you're working full time and...
Yeah, so I'm a bit of an entrepreneur. I have a fair few businesses on the side that I want to do.
Okay.
Like I haven't got around to it.
Yeah.
So I got one. So I actually own. I own the username AFLW. I actually own that.
Really?
What?
Yeah. So
Wow, you could.
I dabbled in like buying and selling Instagram names.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah, for a while. So I was doing that. I got into that.
I've never even heard of
I was to be honest trying to buy Pine as a username for a while.
Like, how long ago was this? Like, what?
Or two or 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got AFLW, which I'm just sitting on at the moment.
Yeah.
Just waiting
I'm
for that.
I'm gonna
grow.
fucking start a career in that.
So
I've
can
never
you
heard of
explain
that.
it to me, like, buying...
So it's pretty risky business. It's I don't want to say it's a black market, but it kind of is a black market.
I guess it's like throwing passwords and shit around. That would be pretty risky.
That's what I mean. Yeah. So it's hard because there's people out there that want to try and get like really good usernames.
Yeah.
And they've got like generators that are constantly searching.
Yeah.
Like putting in like names.
Fuck.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they can get taken pretty easy. Like when you do the swap. And also you got to have faith and trust in that person,
Yeah.
giving them the money, and then
Fuck, you'd have to like spend time with them for a month, like go for coffee. every
well, a
morning.
lot of
It's
them
like,
are in America, so it's real risk. Like I've
Yeah.
been burnt a few times. Yeah, but that was one business, and then I've got another business that I wanted to start that I grew a fair bit called Dinner Here. It was just a sort of a food blog that was just promoting like different restaurants and stuff throughout Melbourne.
Yeah.
That I was doing, which I may do in the future. I don't know yet.
What was your favourite food?
Favourite food? Probably Thai or Vietnamese food. Fucking
Really?
loved.
I went to Vietnam in June.
Oh, did ya?
Yeah, it's fucking...
No, I reckon,
lot of food there.
Mexican's the way to go for
Mexican?
sure. Yeah, fuck yeah.
I've never heard someone's favourite food be Thai or Vietnamese.
Yeah, I love it.
I've heard it.
It's fresh. It's clean food. You know, like real.
Yeah, it's trying to eat it.
I love. There's that one in Craigieburn, and Matt and I have been there. There's
Oh,
one
and just
name-
one of them fuck joints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's. I don't think it's.
No,
one of them.
it's one of those. It's not like it's under that sort of.
Yeah, the guy. There's like a guy there who's always so cheery. And his name's Vin. Love him. Love him. Like I think it's always because there's like they've got like Vietnamese workers
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there, and like they're always so happy
Real
and
cheerful.
everything.
Yeah, like I think most of Asian cultures. I mean, I know Thai, like because I've been there, Thailand and Cambodia.
Yeah.
Really humble people. Vietnamese people are also very humble.
Yeah.
I just like their culture.
Like Vietnam's sick.
Yeah.
Vietnam's cool.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's fucking hot over there. Shut up. Ben missed out on the school trip.
Oh,
He was young.
Well, let's go on to something else. For fucking.
All right.
I'll
so
go-
Vienna was really hot and the weather was so good. Wasn't it, Ben?
Yeah.
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 Good. I wanted to cut that. I was going to cut out when you said like, yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I fucking. I've been up in on with it.
You shouldn't have just taken it in the fucking stupid direction. You're supposed to be good at conversating.
Nah, I fucking hate conversating.
I do.
It was a stupid gig.
Or is the fucking arse end of it now anyway?
Yeah, we should go back to
We should just quit.
Man
we
Dog-
should
Man
go
Dog
back to
Podcast
Capture
videos
Collective.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
What other things we?
We had our MB property maintenance.
Yeah.
Basically, just setting whippersnippers on fire.
We actually did that once.
Did you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
it
in the
was one of
driveway
the
of one of our
clients.
clients' fucking thing, using like, because they told us to like, oh, here you go, you can use this sort of thing.
Yeah.
One of their things.
No, they didn't say here you go. They just said you can use that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they didn't,
Oh,
like-
fuck it.
Didn't really specify where it was.
Yeah.
And I just saw one. I thought, oh, that must be the one. Had a like cracked fuel tank or something.
Oh,
and
no.
just-
It's
yeah.
like one of the.
All I did was look over the fence and Ben's like, just like waved me down. The like this
Black smoke
thing.
everywhere. Like,
It's just like it's in flames.
Matt's got a photo somewhere. It's pretty
I
fun to
do.
do.
I'll have to get that up.
Yeah.
All right, how are we going to close this one off? One more clothing brand thing, or
Yeah, we can do that.
I can hear his brain ticking.
I'm generally pretty good at coming up with great ideas. So
Okay, like what? Hit me.
On tongue sticking.
Let's start a podcast.
yeah, start a podcast. We could do that. I can't be the only one thinking. Ethan, you can't. The question.
What about like photography? Like how much like creative control do you have over that? Stuff like
Oh, done. That's a fucking
Yeah.
good question.
So this is why we have.
All right.
that. Like, this. I'll be here all night.
All right, we have a question given to us by our audio person over here. Ethan, yell hello so people can hear you.
Hello.
All right, you might have heard him. That's Ethan.
You
And,
know, heard his fucking sick beat heading into.
Yeah, he actually did the producing of the intro and outro.
music. Yeah.
So, Ethan, can you please repeat the question, just to refresh me on it?
So, when advertising for your pieces, like in photography, how much like input do you have into it, like setting and like?
Do you have a photographer that like kind of calls the shots on like
What sort of
poses
creative
basically-
control do you have? I remember that.
Yeah. So I do have a photographer now. I was just getting sort of randoms, but I've got a photographer that's sort of taken all my shoots, and we'll work together on what I'm trying to achieve early.
Yeah.
So usually we try and get together about a month before a photo shoot so we can sort of get on the same page of what we want or what I want to do.
Yeah.
Because everyone's different, of course. Like even when he edits the photos for me,
Yeah.
like sometimes I've got different ideas on
Yeah.
what's actually what I want to portray. But
Yeah.
I have mainly most of the control on that, but he obviously has his knowledge of photography and is able to
Yeah.
give me that
What were you doing before you had like the photographer?
using my iPhone.
Yeah, that's the way. Yeah. You know, we started filming episodes with with my iPhone, just sitting there. And,
You got to start somewhere,
exactly.
don't you?
Looking
And
back
it
at
just-
it, do you like not
I cringe.
you cringe over.
Cringe over the photos, yeah. It's the quality's not great, and then you look at the photos with the lighting and the ambience of
Yeah,
the photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just completely different. Like iPhones
Yeah.
just can't capture everything, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you have much idea on photography? Like
Have
actually,
no
like,
clue,
Yeah.
dude. No clue. And
No.
it's so bad because when I'm like crunched for time and I can't get my photographer, like soon, I'm crunched for time. I can't really take photos. I
Yeah.
don't have a camera. And I'm like, shit. Like, what do I do? So
If
I gotta be.
If you want to rent this back, yeah.
I think we were
You
the
must
same
have had
for a
to
while.
learn and teach yourself.
We know fuck all.
Yeah,
we know stuff all. Yeah, we've
I-
got a camera. We borrowed cameras for a bit.
Yeah, like I do a bit like behind the scenes with like do a bit of work with cameras and that, but yeah, not overly.
Yeah.
It's a
Not cheap.
it's a skill, and I don't think people actually think about that.
It's a profession, not a
It's,
skill.
Yeah,
It's a
100%.
skill, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
There's so many moving parts to photography. It's nuts. Like props to you if you're a photographer. Fucking well done. How long did you reckon it'd take to learn like everything? Surely it'd be a while.
Yeah, well, it depends who you hang around in that pretty much.
Yeah.
I think if you go into like a classroom and do theory on it, you'll learn fuck all. But like if you sit with someone who's actually doing it and is like professional,
You've got to get the experience in the field.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
exactly.
Yeah, that's the only way you can do things. But
There was a quote about that, and I completely forgot, which sort of actually segues us into our quote of the day. We do every single episode, and we're going to make Jordan do it today, like we do with all of our guests. So Jordan, over on the computer over there, we have a quote at the very bottom of the screen.
yeah, it's almost cut out. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I couldn't see it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Alright, so you have to make this really inspirational, okay? You gotta try and make this feel like, yeah. Like, you're gonna try and make someone, like, after
Like
they watch
comedy
this,
type
like,
stuff.
get up and go and do something. So,
Alright.
you gotta,
lean forward a little bit into the
Yeah.
camera too. It's got to be like real fire.
I should get on that. Get on it. Okay. It's never too late to be what you might have been.
please.
Like every
Stop
time, every time we hit it. But
That was, you had was it the persona? Is that
yeah, the persona, yeah, that's the right word.
You should maybe another entrepreneur thing you can do is just become a motivational speaker. Just walk around to schools and saying that exact quote.
I've had a few DMs of coming to school. They're like, "Can you come to school and help me with this assignment?" Like, I don't know what they're doing.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah, like I don't actually know what it was about. I just didn't have time, and yeah, unfortunately.
What was the?
I think it was some report that he was doing that he wanted to use Pine for, and I just didn't get around to getting to the DMs. But yeah, hopefully he did well. And I did message him afterwards and was like, hope you got what you needed, and if you ever need any other help, I can help you. But yeah, it would be good to go to schools and just talk, and because I think your generation now is a creative generation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like 100%. Like I think school and like going to school isn't the right.
It's ever so changing. It's changing rapidly.
They need to have more creative outlets at school.
100. No, I wholeheartedly agree.
That's like
we're in the field now,
episodes,
and we're in school.
Yeah.
So we're sort of getting the best of both worlds and seeing how school could help us. Like Ben and I have been able to take next year. We're taking a media class.
Yeah.
Which is basically going to mean that we can learn the trade while we're doing it. But you'll never get the same experience when you're actually doing it. So that's something that school can't produce. Like,
Exactly.
It's simply like as much as they try, you can't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Which we have the upper hand on, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I think
Alan's podcast.
100% schools need to change. Like in terms of the way that they're teaching stuff.
They need to have a bit more freedom, I think.
I'd back that wholeheartedly, and I don't think
Even
I'm not
just-
just cancelled for that.
Yeah, even just like a day off every week for like just you have to do your passion, like work on something.
That's pretty hard to police though. We can talk about policies later, but well, Jordan, I reckon it was a pleasure talking to you today. Very insightful. Very insightful. There's actually a lot to delve into.
And go cop some more.
100%.
Go cop some pine.
Go and buy Pine.
That's it.
Pine,
Do
not the pine code, pine.
Pine.
But it's a pretty cool set, the Pine Code. Like a Pine Code, but it's not.
But the pine.
And it makes sense to be in an Alpine brand.
Yeah,
It's
that's
all
it.
things Pine.
Yeah.
I've said Pine more times than I've ever said in my whole entire life.
Alpine sports.
And with that, roll the outro music.